The Ferrari F2002 is often remembered as one of the most dominant Formula One cars ever built, and for good reason. It wasn't just a race car, it was an engineering statement that redefined performance standards in the early 2000s. When Ferrari unveiled this machine for the 2002 season, few could have predicted just how devastatingly effective it would become. To appreciate its impact, let's break down what made it so special, from its technical brilliance to its real-world results on track. At the heart of the F2002 was Ferrari's Tipo 051 engine, a 3-liter V10 that delivered around 835 horsepower. That figure alone sounds impressive, but the real magic was in how Ferrari managed to package the engine and integrate it seamlessly with the rest of the car. The power delivery was smooth, the responsiveness immediate, and reliability was outstanding compared to many rivals at the time. In Formula One, power is only half the equation. How that power is harnessed makes the difference. The F2002 excelled in translating every ounce of that horsepower into lap time. One of the most talked about innovations on the car was its gearbox. Ferrari introduced an ultra-compact, lightweight titanium gearbox that reduced weight significantly while improving shifting speed. The compact design also allowed the rear of the car to be more aerodynamically efficient, narrowing the bodywork and improving airflow. This seemingly small design choice gave Ferrari a huge edge in both straight-line speed and cornering stability, areas where fractions of a second can define the outcome of an entire race. The chassis was another masterpiece. Ferrari used advanced composite materials to ensure that the F2002 was both rigid and light, striking the right balance between strength and agility. The car was highly responsive to driver inputs, and that level of predictability gave Michael Schumacher and Rubens Barrichello enormous confidence behind the wheel. Pair this with a suspension setup that offered supreme mechanical grip, and the F2002 became not just fast, but incredibly forgiving in how it handled. Drivers could push right up to the limit without fear of sudden loss of control. Aerodynamics also played a central role. The car was designed with a low, sculpted nose and carefully sculpted side pods that maximized airflow efficiency. Every curve, every contour was the result of countless hours of wind tunnel testing. The rear wing and diffuser combined to provide immense downforce without creating excessive drag, which meant the F2002 was quick on straights but glued to the track in corners. Rival teams often remarked that the Ferrari seemed to stick to the tarmac like no other car on the grid. But performance on paper means little without proof on the track, and this is where the F2002 truly earned its reputation. It made its debut mid-season in 2002 at the Brazilian Grand Prix and immediately delivered victory. From that moment, the car was practically unbeatable. Schumacher won 9 of his 11 races in the F2002 that year, while Barrichello added more wins to Ferrari's tally. The team clinched the Constructors' Championship with ease, and Schumacher secured the Drivers' Championship earlier than any driver had ever done before, sealing the title with 6 races still left to run. That level of dominance is almost unheard of in Formula One. Beyond raw statistics, what stood out was the consistency. The car finished races, avoided mechanical failures, and rarely showed weaknesses. In a sport where one breakdown or one misstep can cost valuable points, Ferrari managed to create a package that delivered almost flawless reliability. This consistency not only crushed rivals' hopes, but also set a benchmark for how championship-winning cars should be built. Another unique selling point of the F2002 was its adaptability. It wasn't just dominant on a particular type of circuit. Whether it was a tight,